Well, hello and welcome to another edition of 907 Sports, where it's all Alaska all the time. Jordan Rodenberger here, joined by Tyler Lane, as we're fresh off a trip from up north in Upyavik. Barrow football, we see October playoff football up in Barrow. We say we got to go up there, we got to check it out.
Definitely, and a little different from the last time we went. Rain replaced with snow, slipping and sliding a little more, but the weather not too bad either, and obviously the game itself was pretty good too.
Definitely, and it's one of those bucket list things for any Alaskan sports reporter. So I had to go up there, and definitely was great hosts as always. So shout out to Barrow football. Following them from the practice, the walkthrough the day before on the snowy field as they get it prepared, and then on game day, getting ready in the locker room at the gym as they prepare to hit the field on the game day.
Definitely, and obviously being around the program and having this up-close look, you could see how much this game specifically meant to the program. Obviously, their most important ones coming up against Homer, but obviously Coach Battle throughout the whole experience was telling these kids, like, hey, this is a big game for you guys. This is your moment. What are you going to do with it? Mm-hmm. Obviously, they took full advantage here and took home the win.
Yeah, they meant a lot to them and to the community as well. You could tell by the way that they showed out. Of course, they're going to line up with their cars around the football field. There's the grills are going out there. Whole community out there support their team that, although a little bit slow start out of the gates, Kenai got on the board first. It was Barrow that definitely responded in coming away with some strong possessions in that, especially in that second half where they just couldn't seem to be stopped there.
Definitely, and football's a game of who's going to turn over the ball less in these conditions. Barrow really had that advantage. A couple Kenai fumbles really gave them the edge there, and Barrow obviously just taking advantage of those mistakes on the Cardinals' end really helps you in that turnover battle and in the prevailing edge here. Touchdown here that obviously put them up a little more. Yeah. Luckily that fumble wasn't inbounds, thankfully. But big win for sure.
No better home field advantage than that blue turf, that atmosphere, climate, and all that. And they're undefeated on it this year and proved once again why they were coming away with the big victory. Everyone was hyped, and it was cool seeing everybody getting on the field after the game, celebrating with the guys. So we had to get Coach Chris Battle, he's been there nearly a decade, building that program up to his reaction.
We had some adversity, but we bowed through it and we finished the job. Now we got a new job, okay? We gotta get the Homer Mariners. Okay, they're a tough ball club. We split 1-1. They beat us in the preseason, and we beat them doing district conference play. Now it's gonna be on neutral ground, and hey, we gotta come to work. We gotta come to work. It means a lot. Hey, that means we're taking care of business in the classroom, okay, in the community, and we're doing things right. Okay, we don't have a road system here, so we're trying to get kids in school. So we try to have the best program in the state, in the district, everywhere. Our kids know what to expect from us, and they give us everything they can. Hey, you can go to our Barrow Whaler football page, www.barrowwhalerfootball.com. Get you some merch off of there. Also donate. We're trying to get a new field, so help us out.
They are now on to the title game, and meant to add some video of you going down to the ocean, and it was on Sunday when it was blizzardy and snowing, so that was super fun on that Sunday. But now they're heading to the state title game representing Barrow, so have a fun one with that title game.
Most definitely, I think probably of all we're still obviously waiting on the Division I bracket to sort itself out, but so far of between D2, Soldotna and Lathrop, we've seen that matchup a lot. This one, a little bit of a different side of it. Barrow obviously hasn't won since 2017. Coach Battle specifically still wearing that 2017 hoodie up and around. He's been telling his guys he wants a new one, but that Homer team, we know it. They're no joke, obviously reigning champs so far, so this is going to be a good battle, I think, for sure.
Yeah, let's check out what the matchups look like there, because Homer did get the best of Barrow in Homer at the beginning of the season, and then they go up to Barrow. Barrow takes that victory, so this is the rubber match, and it's on neutral field Saturday in Wasilla, so looking forward to that.
Certainly. I think the craziest thing so far about that Barrow-Homer matchup specifically is you're seeing some of the out-of-state people that have been reacting, and someone Googled it, the specific distance between these two. It's a long way.
Yeah.
You just see that line across the state and realize just how far these teams have to travel to face each other. It's pretty
Only
incredible.
in Alaska for
Yeah.
sure. And Verrazano won 6 in a row, and then for I believe the 6th time in a row, Soldotna and Lathrop in the D2 title game meeting earlier this year. Sohai getting the best of them. So we'll see what Coach Luke Baylash at Lathrop throwing one last haymaker at Coach Brantley and the Stars. That's always a classic.
Yep, chance to get another undefeated season in his tenure of the however many it's been at this point for
It
them.
used to be our Cavs Warriors, of football, but it's beyond that now. So.
Definitely, and as we take a look now at the D1 bracket, that's shaping up a little bit while we were gone here. Charlie mentioned it in the broadcast, every single higher seed team moving on this go-around, so no upsets, nothing like that. I know you were excited about that 4-5 matchup between South and Juneau, but now it's going to be a good one. I think that first one specifically, West-South, a rematch of week 1, a game that South really took West to the heater there late, so that's going to be a good rematch. And then obviously Bartlett Service is always a good battle as well.
And South is as good of a 4 seed as you'll find, so could see them quote unquote upset, even though it's 4-1. That could be a very good game, and then we'll see if Bartlett's defense can limit Service's offense, and Bartlett can scrap enough points on the board to come away out there.
And talk about this as the potential here. Should these two lower seeds pull it off, then we've got a rematch of the Southside Cup, South Service in the state championship and on neutral field this time. Obviously, Service got the better of South this go around this season, but maybe that'll change. But not going to speculate. Got to see how these matchups go first.
Yes, and we'll of course keep you updated as it's championship season. What else is we've seen in the championship world?
Yes, most definitely. Shifting focus now to off the gridiron, so to speak, going into the Alaska Club East State Tennis, wrapping up this weekend as well. Again, Charlie, thanks to him for getting that while we were up there. So far, looking at the matchups, it was for the boys singles, Juneau Douglas Sr., Elliott Welch bringing home the title this go-around. How about the first ever state championship in the Southeast school history there?
Incredible.
Most definitely. And then you check a look at the next one, boys doubles. You got Lathrop duo Trevor Savvy and Bodeli Liani taking home that one. Another big home championship for them. Taking a look now, West Lana Sarabian. She takes home the girls' single title. Meanwhile, it's Chugiak taking home the girls' double. Mary Jo Landon and Timber. Apologies for this one. This one's a long one. Flyshocker, I believe. And then obviously the mixed doubles, Evan Dimmick and Emery Bryan out of Eagle River, not dropping a single set throughout the entire tournament.
Wow, and it's unfortunate. Another fall sport in the books. We saw cross country, tennis, and then soon to be football and volleyball season at its peak right now. So, but that only ushers in more winter sports, as we'll have a lot of hockey coming up, basketball, skiing, mushing, all that good stuff as we say goodbye to these fall sports.
Yeah, talk about the Wolverines season opener, or at least the home opener, just happening very recently, the return of former head coach. We're also getting into that scene of UAA basketball. Both the men's and women's teams are ramping up, practices starting here. So a lot of sports to get excited about here as the winter months start to approach us.
Agreed, and we'll have it all right here on 907 Sports and on our broadcast. So keep tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.